just discovered ginger beer. I've had it before, but then I had it again just over the past week or so, and I got to admit, it's pretty good. I want it to be stronger though, and so I'm trying different ginger beers. They're non-alcoholic, which is one of the reasons why I'm going for it. I'm trying to cut that out. Not that it's necessarily better or worse than water, but I needed something different. It's okay. It's not bad. It's sharp. It's stronger than ginger beer. But now I got to find one that I really, really, really like, because I love bitter and strong. Which is kind of like me, well, without the I'm without the strength, but I'm bitter. like my coffee.
Yeah.
So I was
just
Disneyland.
Get a shot of coffee, right?
No, I did. I had a shot of decaf espresso.
Okay.
You're back from your trip. It was a short trip.
About a week. We went down there. We went down there Wednesday. So yeah, and then we came back Sunday. So.
And you found my medallions.
I did. They're right here. Well, I found some of them. I'll tell you. I mean, you sent me the things, but I did find them. I got them. So there's one of them. But I got all 4 of them from it was the one in Disney, downtown Disney, is where I found them. I found
the Star Wars Trading Post?
Yeah, the Star Wars Trading Post. I found the one right outside of the
Star Tours
store, but it was replaced with Disney 70th anniversary.
What?
And so I went through all the other gift shops. I mean, I'm not telling you. I mean, my wife was on a bunch of rides, so I went through a bunch of them. But I went through a bunch of different Disney shops just to see if they had the Star Wars ones, and I couldn't.
That's hilarious.
Because I get sick on rides, so I can't go on a lot of rides. So my wife did most of the riding, So anyway, so I got them for you, at least the 4 that I could find.
That may be it. I mean, they've had others in the past, but I knew that those particular medallions were not available at Disney World, but they were at Land. So I was like, yeah, that's the one thing that I think I'd be missing from my array right now. I like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surprising.
I was gone for most of the week. I didn't have a lot of time to print.
So you didn't? Okay.
But I have a couple things that I made from Disneyland that I'm going to bring on a little bit later. So,
well, what, you don't want to bring them on now? You don't want to start with your Disney haul?
We could start. Sure.
I mean, I'm interested. Given that, like, 99% of what I make, even practically, is very Star Wars oriented, very monotonous in that sense.
So I did the workshop to build your own lightsaber.
Savvy's lightsaber.
Yeah. So here's what I came up with.
Nice.
So a little bit older than it's the original kind of Jedi. But it turned out pretty well. I wanted something a little unique and different. It's got the gold on it, so it turned out really well. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer and more intuitive, but no, it was pretty quickly. Like, once I booked it, it was like, here's your $300, $275, whatever it was.
I know.
And here's your lightsaber after.
That's it.
Yeah, but it was a fun thing to do. I was like, so I didn't build it to say, but I made it. I assembled it, I should say.
Yeah.
So I was a little worried about getting it onto a plane, but thankfully, TSA on their website says that lightsabers are approved as a carry-on item. It said at the bottom, though, in the asterisk, that it is up to the TSA officer for the final decision, but they said since lightsabers are not real, they are allowed on as a carry-on item. So, but I was like, how am I going to get this home? Like, do we ship it? Because you can ship it home. But I was like, then I'm going to have to pay for shipping and everything and all that. Like,
it's crazy.
So
anyway. I think my lightsaber, the one that I built, I think got lost in lost is a loose term in the divorce. I think I think it left the house in the divorce. It shouldn't have, but it's not here.
Yeah. So this is my second one I have. I have the Obi-Wan Kenobi Black Series one that I got for Christmas one year. So that'll make a fine addition to the thing. And I have the blade too. I went with the green blade because the Obi-Wan is the blue blade. So and then I did
the Build-A-Droid.
And then I did the Build-A-Droid as well. So I did R2D2 here, and R2D2 has a clear top, which I really like. So of course you went with the dark side.
And I also loved the jellyfish top.
Yeah, there you go. Look at us. Look at that. Yeah.
Droid buddies.
So apparently you can get them together and they can communicate together via Bluetooth. So we may have to get our droids together and do a TikTok or something on them and see.
The next maker meetup that we do here next week.
Yeah, if Tim comes, he also has a BB-8 that was there. So
dude, we'll all bring our droids.
I think we should all bring our droids to Issaquah for a droid meetup / maker deck meetup.
Why not?
So maybe we can make this a reoccurring thing and we get everybody to bring their droids and we get a big droid. They do lightsaber battles. Like you can actually go and fight somebody in a lightsaber battle. I don't know if I could do that, but maybe getting droids together.
It sounds safer. I don't know if you. I mean, you must be able to bring droids aboard, but that's interesting trivia that you can travel with lightsabers. Good to know. I'll have to pack a lightsaber next time.
Yeah, just pack it on there.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. So those are the two things that I made from Disneyland.
Still counts. You made. You were making.
Exactly. So.
So everything I made was here, and a mess on my desk. Although it's not too bad. It's manageable. I'm going to start with something a little more practical. That was kind of a failure. This is nice. I really like this. I needed to print stands for planters that I printed off Death Star planters because some of the little succulents or the plants inside are starting to overflow, getting longer. So my girlfriend asked if I could print some stands. So of course I went and searched for stands on Maker World and found some nice Imperial stands. This one is what I started with, and I printed 2 of these little towers stupidly. And I say stupidly not because it's not fine. I mean, as a design, it worked. It also has a stand. I should have been clued in when I printed the stand first and then inserted the first one. It didn't fit exactly. So I thought, I'll just reprint the stand, just make it a little larger and then it'll fit. And then I noticed, and this is my attention to detail. You want to know my attention to detail? Here's my Matt. Let's see if you can tell. There's one side and there's another. Did you see the difference? There's one side and there's another. Can you see? Can you tell?
No.
Let me explain it to you. This side is incongruent. The margin here is thinner than this margin here versus equidistant margins. So this margin is thicker, this margin is thinner. So just small details. Hey, Printer Prawn, and by the way, thank you for commenting on my other videos, Printer Prawn. Very appreciated. Anyway, so that was kind of annoying. I was like, that sucks. But I printed the second one anyway. I'm like, I'm sure it's fine. So I printed out the insert, just a very thin, a single wall insert that just square insert. And when it came off, and it made, this is probably due to the settings that I used, the insert was like wavy, like congruently wavy. And I'm thinking, well, that's kind of weird, but okay, let's just try to see if I can get it to fit in. I couldn't get it to go all the way in. It just did not want to go. And so it ultimately it didn't work. So now I have 2 of these stands that I'm probably going to keep. I'll figure out something to do with them. I don't know what exactly, but they're likely never to have inserts. And if I did an insert, it would probably just be, I'd print off just a single sheet and then paste it in there somehow, just have, light inside.
Yeah.
but I don't know what I would do with it otherwise. But it's an Imperial Wall, an incongruent Imperial Wall make, but that's okay because I did have a backup. Found this model. This is the one I should have started with. I printed with a slightly different silver filament. This one, one silver filament. This is another. You can see this one of them has a better sheen to it.
Yeah.
This silver filament was more gray, but definitely silverish in person. This is far more silvery. This is a bamboo filament, but the circular nature of it, solid. Perfect. The seams are perfectly placed. The bottom as well as the inside has like this insert. I used a filament that's semi-translucent, so that way I could actually insert a light through the stand and have it lit up. Right now, I'm currently printing the circular insert to go inside, and hopefully that will go off without a hitch because I have to print 2 of these. But so far, the model I feel is much more not just Star Wars, but just I feel better done. Not to say, comparing these two, but of course, I most likely, if I would have noticed that design flaw, which 99% of this is fine. I'm not complaining at all. Like whoever did this, I feel did a solid job, minus my obvious issues with it. But I probably wouldn't have printed those out. I would have printed this out, but I would have used this filament. So I'm kind of grateful I went through this because I'm very happy with the sheen of this particular filament. So it's designed to be a lamp. And so I could get like a tea light and just set it inside at times, sure. Or just, have the insert and then the bottom part and just have it as a plant stand. And so, this turned out really well. So even practically speaking, having Star Wars is nice. Now, I hope you don't mind silver, because the silver that I'm currently printing with is yet another silver that I've had for quite a while. So this is one silver, another silver, and then the other one a little more dull. But everything else that I made this week, minus the Play Action Toys figure, was made with a silver filament because I had all these things to print. I'm like, what color? I'm like, I got to think about the color, and then I got to change it. And then it's like, you know what? I've got a huge spool of this silver. I'm just gonna see what I print with silver, and started pulling out some models that I've had for a couple of months and got through them, including this Peace Gnome Yoda, and he's holding on to a peace symbol there. This one was the most recent thing that I printed, and it turned out really well. I was very, very happy with it.
Yeah, it's got some good detail to it.
Yeah, I'm glad I went with the silver. Silver, I feel, brings out a lot of those finer details. A Mando figurine with this frayed cape, which is really nice. I could have done them bigger, certainly. Could have scaled them up, but I thought this is pretty decent. A good size. Same filament color on all these. The silver stands very well, too. I'd printed a smaller version of this duck, but I thought, okay, why not? I scaled it down a bit, which I probably shouldn't have done because the bottom actually had an Imperial insignia, and when I shrunk it down, it got eliminated. But the Imperial insignias that were carved out of the helmet stuck. And the reason I sized it down is because the details around the structure of the helmet in the front were a little blurry, not as fine. So I thought by shrinking it, I could mitigate it. And for the most part, I did. But, it's a good duck. It's a nice duck. Yeah. I've got a small Star Wars duck collection. It'll go somewhere. Similar issue with the Qui-Gon Jinn figurine that I found. Very nice sculpt. But if you size it up, the face is just not as finely detailed. So I figured, okay, if I just size it down, bring it down a bit, it'll mitigate it somewhat. And so I feel I made a pretty good choice with that particular balance. Stands about as tall as that Mando happenstance. I had a C3PO bust. Yeah,
I saw that. I'm actually got that in my queue to print. Yeah,
it works really well. You got to be very careful with the supports in and around the arms because there's some cables and gears in there.
Oh yeah.
But if you dial in your supports, they should be relatively easy to remove. I didn't swap it out for the gold because I had the silver. I'm like, Silver Protocol droid works for me.
Yeah, because he was originally silver.
Well, yeah, and he had a silver leg.
Yeah,
certainly. In the New Hope. Now I've got to reach over and grab the things that are on my shelf. This was definitely AI generated, and I know that for a couple of reasons. One, 4 fingers on each hand. 2, weird details on the helmet, but still, I thought it was kind of cool. Like, sure, why not? I'll do Vader in this scooter. But I want to point out a couple things. Well, number one, fine details, for what it is in this scooter throne thing. But one thumb, when I was taking off the supports, wasn't there. The thumb on this hand, and so I looked at the thumb on this hand, and the thumb was kind of shifted. So what I did was I just snapped off the thumb in this hand, so it matched the thumb on this hand, and you can't really tell.
Oh yeah,
it actually kind of worked out. But 4 fingers on each hand, and AI, definitely AI generated, if not stylistic, for Vader, but pretty cool model. I ended up salvaging it, and I'll hold on to it.
If we can only get AI to print 5 fingers,
it'll happen. I'm telling you, dude. Every time I turn around, it's getting easier and easier and better. Like, there's gonna come a point where you won't know. You just will not know. Comfy UI has STL enhancement workflows. What's that? I don't even know what that is. Now I gotta know. Now I gotta look this up. Last week on Maker World, someone had released a huge plate of Star Wars Samurai Pop figurines, and so I finally got around to printing one, and man, you want to talk about outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, the details on this are perfect. I don't know how they did this, and if it was all by hand, wow. But whoever put it together, outstanding job. Couldn't really tell with the hands whether this was AI generated, but even if it was, this is spec-frickin-tacular. This is the Vader one. And I do believe I want to run through and print the other pops as well, potentially in different colors, just to have the array of different colors. But yeah, I was really happy with that Vader. This is the Play Action Toys release this week. What was his name? I gotta remember his name, because it's a name that I don't hear that often. It is Cardu Sai Malak. From A New Hope. Cardu Sai Malak. I'm just gonna hold up one right now. So it's this character, Deveronian, I think is the species name. Kind of like devilish with the horns there. Sorry about that. Yeah. There on this. He's got a hair sticking out of his ear. Printed well. Mostly Polymaker filament. That's what I try to use for these figurines, because I send them on so Polymaker can feature them. But the head, to get the skin tone right, and the head and the hands, I ended up using bamboo filament, a brown bamboo filament. And I felt it matched the character a little more. But that said, for me to pass this along to Polymaker, I used the Starlight Jupiter here for it, which is close. It was a close approximation. But it worked. I feel it worked for this Deveronian. I was happy with how it came out as a variation or variant, which was happenstance because 2 of the head pieces that I printed off failed, which was a little disappointing, as you could imagine. But I was very happy with how this one turned out. Malak, Cardu Sai Malak.
Yeah,
those are the figurines this week. And then again in my backlog, I find these various characters, and I've got a few more on my desk that I've got to get through. I'm going to enlarge some miniatures. Luke Skywalker action pose.
Yeah,
looks wonderful in the silver. In fact, I think silver's quickly becoming like my favorite filament to use for a lot of these things. The figurines.
Yeah.
And it stands too. Stands really well without a stand. This one was really fudgy to get a lot of supports off of, but I never printed a Darth Vader broken helmet before.
Saw that, yeah.
In the bust, yeah. And it worked well. Like I said, supports were a bit of a challenge, especially under the chin. And in and around through there, but it's doable. It was workable. So yeah, that's the Darth Vader buff, and again in silver. I feel it was perfect. This was the second time that I printed it. The first one I printed, when I removed the supports, part of the arm popped off for some reason. I must have been a little too zealous with or overzealous with the pliers. But this is a floating Grogu with the rocks.
Yeah.
Very happy with how that one turned out. Very happy.
Yeah, I almost printed that one today, actually.
Yeah, it's good. I reinforced the back where this piece comes into Grogu, because I didn't want it to snap, of course.
Yeah.
But I felt it worked really, really well. Good model, great, unique model. When I find a good ATST, I print it. This is kind of chunky ATST. Supports on this one were also a bear, but a fun print nonetheless. This turned out really, really well. I was very happy. Every print this week I was pretty happy with. I'm always this is the second time I printed this. This is when I started using the silver. I printed this other one with the silk filament. It got a little fudgy, so I scaled it up a bit, but I got a little fudgy with some of the cannons here on the arm. But a nice super battle droid that's kneeling worked really, really well. The silver obviously perfect for this particular droid. But again, you got to be careful sometimes when it comes to supports. I also printed this bust. This was the first thing maybe with the silver.
Oh,
just a generic, generic I say, but just a Darth Vader bust. But everything that I showed, it works. Silver works. Silver is just so ubiquitous. It works for a variety. Any model looks great with silver. It's all you need. Just silver filament. So I'm going to be looking a little closer at a variety of silver filaments to go with to find ones that I really truly like. The bamboo one I was happy with. This is a filament 1 silver. It was an older spool that I hadn't gotten through, but I'm wanting to try the if they have a silver filament at Hobby Lobby, because that's convenient. It's like right there. I may give that a shot too. It also catches color lighting really good as well. That's the thing. It's just, it feels like it's just spot on.
Yeah.
Like spot on. And I love that. I absolutely love that.
I haven't been into Hobby Lobby in a while. I'm going to have to go.
It's
on my list of things to do, but all right. So, like I said, I didn't have a lot to print this week, but I did get a couple things, and I got a couple things I'm working on, but always losing the Apple TV remote. One of the worst things to lose.
Yeah, but don't they have a Find My for it now?
Me too, but I still lose it all the time. So I try to put it back in the same place every time, but I was like, I'll just print a little stand.
A stand? Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So I printed this. I got to put it's got a little thing for padding, kind of. Yeah. But you can put the paddings in there. So printed that, and that's great. So I printed 2 of them, one for the bedroom, one for the living room. This is what I was printing last week that I said, but this is to hold up my
your
so I'm going to mount put some command strips on there, and just mount it, put it up above my printing workstation there. And then this is what I started printing yesterday, because I was really intrigued with Galaxy Edge, and I was like, hey, I need to get more creative in my office. I need to take it a step up. So I found these panels. So these are different than the other ones that I printed. These ones are much nicer. And let's see if I got it right. So So essentially, I'll back up here a little bit. But
and they go together.
They all go together. They have snapping things on the back, so you can snap them into place. And then you can mount them on the wall. With either some command strips or something else. So there's also regular panels too. I'll send you the artist.
Yeah, I'm curious.
You can also put, what he did is put, so there's a little bit of see-through in here as well. So you can put lighting behind it as well and light it up. So it was it's a multicolored print. Doesn't take a lot of filament though. Because it prints the white and then it prints the gray. And then it just prints the gray at the end. So it took about 4 hours to do one of these panels. But overall, I mean, they turned out pretty well.
At a 2 mm layer height or 0.2?
I think so, yeah. So
anything else would be overkill for that.
Yeah. So anyways, but turned out really well. Turned out really nice. I'm actually do the wall over here behind my couch, I think.
Yeah.
Instead. So I'm going to try and do it all the way to the ceiling and see how it comes out.
I need to do those walls, but specifically for a measurement of these cubbies.
Sure.
Drop figures everywhere. But like what I want to do is I want to insert them side, back.
Yeah.
Side, back. And so if I could find, I may have to ask iTor, I think would do it. I'm just knocking my droid. I think iTor would do it. The guy, Play Action Toys. I'm going to ask him. I'm like, look, here's the measurement. The idea is that I could slide the tile in, and then something that's normally dark suddenly becomes brighter. And I'm talking about a very thin tile. I'm talking just a couple of millimeters thick.
Yeah.
Right. Not that big at all. And like the same way, like just a couple of layers of white, and the rest is just the silver or gray. And that way I feel like I can really bring a lot of these cubbies to life, because otherwise it's just, they're dark. They're just so freaking dark.
Yeah. So I just dropped in the link of the Death Star wall.
Okay. The bigger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of see what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So, but
that's cool.
I think overall, once I get done with it, I think it'll turn out really well.
Yeah.
So, and then
I kind of wish I had an empty wall. I do have an empty wall. Sorry. Anyway, Matt, don't want to interrupt.
So I may end up putting these behind here and printing it in a black and then a white too, like he has in the photo. But I might end up putting these behind these shelves eventually too. So that's my project for the next couple weeks probably. On my A1, I'll probably be printing those because they're too big to print on the A1 Mini. And then
who needs wallpaper when you can print those tiles, man?
Exactly. And I mean, this looks pretty cool. I don't think I'll do what he did with the lightsabers. I don't think I'll attach the lightsabers to it. But I mean, just think of that, behind that, put on the wall there.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool.
I think that would be pretty awesome. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. And I'll see how it turns out. But
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any walls that I could effectively do that on where they would work,
Yeah. It definitely going to be a hard challenge, I think, especially doing all the printing and everything. But
yeah, for sure. But it's an overarching project, right? It's not an instantaneous model.
I've seen so many people though on TikTok and Instagram where they build their own Star Wars basement, and I mean, there's so many people out there, and I just, being that we rent, it's not really feasible to do that. But,
right.
This I feel like could be something that we could do, and then we could take down and move along to the next place as well.
Yeah.
Until we buy a place, but
modular.
But yeah, I think it'll turn out really well, and then I think I'm just going to use some Gobi lights behind it, and then I can change the color of it too, or anything I wanted to do with it as well.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how it turns out. Sense.
Yeah. So let's see how it turns out. I had the Discord up here. Let me get that. Because I think that's it. Let me double check.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. We got back really late on Sunday night, and I was like, and then I tried to start printing but getting everything back up and running because I shut everything down in my office, which was the first time that I've ever done that. Normally I leave everything kind of all lit up, and I have Maker Extreme and all of that, but I turned everything off and everything just so the house sitter didn't see show and tell. There we go. Share.
Getting Maker or not Maker. Yeah, the Maker Deck Discord up. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Oh wow. Supports. Someone must have sport settings.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it
man,
looks like it failed or something.
No. Look, no, it didn't fail. No. Look, it's easy to. He says he's got settings that it just makes it just peels off.
Wow.
I wonder what the setting is, because man, that's clean.
Yeah. Can't tell you how many times I've messed up on that.
Oh yeah, big time.
Or cut myself.
This was the model. Had to be print orientation. Unless he's using support filament. New support ironing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Support ironing is a new setting in Bamboo.
Was that something that just came out in the recent release?
Yeah. It's for flat surfaces, kind of not like, curved surfaces. It's not going to do much any good. But if I go into the slicer and search here for support ironing, support. Wait, hang on. No, critical regions. Where's support ironing? Ironing type. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Where's support ironing? I know I've seen this setting somewhere.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's in Orca Slicer, but it's not. Maybe it's not in Bamboo yet. But I tell you what, it's gonna make it because that's clean.
That is nice. Look at that though.
And then you got to remember to use it. That's half the freaking battle.
Yeah.
Is that Pokemon with the Pokeball?
Yeah. So actually, over on the other printer, it just finished, but I'm actually printing a R2D2 Pokeball that I found. So. Oh, look at that! Printed a hat.
What will they think of next?
I know. Oh, here we go. Here's a Ghostface.
Oh yeah, the chunk.
Time for the new Scream movie.
Is there a new one coming out?
Yep, this month. We got our tickets to see it already, of course. So.
Naturally, dirt.
Yeah. Okay. It's a bed for
your dummies.
Yeah. I don't know how comfortable that bed looks, but
comfortable enough for them.
Yeah.
If you're building a dollhouse.
I hope they don't stub their toe on it.
I haven't printed one in a while. Last dummies I printed was the Stormtrooper dummies, but I've printed plenty of dummy 13s too, like regular ones. They're fun.
Nice webcam mounts.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, clip there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
easier for getting stuff onto MakerDeck or whatever. A webcam mount for the printer.
Yeah, I used to have a webcam, but just using the phone is so much easier.
Oh my god, that's what I'm doing here. That's what my printer's going with is just the phone.
I have my iPhone 16 Pro Max back here, and then I have a S24 Plus over here.
Speaking of Matt, this is not the side quest, but like I don't know if it's the webcam, but ever since I put this webcam in, and it's going through the dock, but I get popping now on my speakers, which seemingly is different. It's not the speakers are popping because they're also connected to the dock, USB-C. Like, but even when I disconnect the camera now, I'm still getting popping. Like when audio is playing,
right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've looked for all the latest firmwares and stuff.
How are you?
And I've got
going in through USB.
The speakers. I could not get optical. My optical to go in using Toslink anywhere. Because I've got optical out on my speakers.
Okay.
And I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't go optical to Toslink anywhere and get it to work. It would not work in any way, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. So I had to go to on the speaker. I've got a coax to USB-C cable, and it works. I mean, that's what I'm using now. But what I'm saying is sometimes I'll hear like a popping, and it's not because things are too loud. It can be soft, and I'm still getting the pop.
Have you? I'm assuming you tried rebooting everything and unplugging.
Of course, yeah, that's a given.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
Yeah, because I've gone through all the basics of troubleshooting, checking for firmware, etc. But it just is driving me nuts. Like, what the f?
Can you plug the speaker into the
computer?
Monitor? Into the monitor?
Into the monitor?
Is there an out for audio on the monitor? I can't remember what we have.
You'd have to check. I don't. There's audio. Yes, there's audio. There's speakers.
Yeah, but
the monitor.
There's an audio out from. Sometimes there's audio out.
Audio out or in?
Audio out, so you can use.
But audio out going to the speakers?
Yeah, because it has a KVM switcher built into it.
Yeah, I know,
So-
but I'm not sure.
You could possibly do. I'll have to look at it, but
Yeah, look at it, because it's seriously driving me nuts. And like, I mean, if I have to run, I would have to get a longer cable. But like, because I only have like I said, the only option that I could get to work was the optical out to USB-C cable, and it's a newer cable, and I don't think it's a cable's problem. I just don't. I refuse to believe that I could be wrong. Maybe it is the cable, but like, yeah, it's just this popping. Ooh, cool diorama.
yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
It's on Geonosis there.
Yeah.
Is that a multicolor print, I wonder? Yeah, Nico.
Yeah. Although I don't think it would be too much filament wasted, because
No.
like
I just don't do many dioramas personally.
yeah.
That's me.
I did see this on Mega World though.
There's Cardio.
Yeah.
He got a good. His red is a good one.
Yeah.
That's the red
really
you
good.
want, like a reddish brown.
Yeah.
Turned out well.
Really good.
Yeah, that's basically the one I did. He used different blues, but
Yeah.
do I use the force? I've got one to print off multicolor, like a little warning. You like the yellow signs that they put down when it's slippery
caution.
when wet.
Yeah.
Caution.
Don't use the force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found it or something, or like, hang on, where is it? I haven't printed it yet because I haven't gotten to it. Don't use the force.
Don't
So
use
you
the
saw the
force,
same
yeah.
model?
Yeah. I almost printed it today, but I don't have any yellow filament. I need to order some
Oh.
yellow filament. I went through the last of my yellow.
Please don't use the force. Yeah, it'll print on the I could print several of them. It just have like warnings. Please don't use the force. Good table decoration. It should be easy. It doesn't look like the very complex. Ooh, wow, nice Batmobile, dude.
Batmobile, yeah. Definitely. Nice clean print.
Yeah.
Looks like the older Batmobile too. Yeah, 1989. No supports, no AMS.
Wow, that's crazy.
I actually save that.
See, I don't use. I mean, I think I did a bat. No, did I do? I did a Batman crossover. It's been a while. I've done one. But like I said, it's been a long while. I'd wait for the Star Wars crossover, honestly.
Nice bowl. Oh, I will
Mhm.
tell you. So we were down at Disneyland, like we were. But
Yeah.
you know the bowl that I printed last week, the R2D2 bowl. So
Yeah.
they had a set of 3 bowls that my wife actually bought.
Oh yeah.
That you could. We got them because you can actually eat out of them, but exact same type, very similar to this.
Nah.
So, but that one we're gonna use to eat out of.
Wait, what? Were they metal bowls?
Metal bowls, yeah.
I kind of wonder if I want some too. I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, they're like a set of 3, and then there's
3
a giant
from the
mixing
droid.
bowl too. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a giant mixing bowl one too, but that one was like, I think it was like $90 or something like that. And they're all stainless steel, but it was nice. So we'll just use them for popcorn or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Another bowl. Oh, he's printing filament. Is it filament holder containers?
Yeah.
62 down, 10 more to go. Wow.
Dude. RC Maniac. They don't call him a maniac for nothing.
Oh, look at that. He's got his
Print your own rack, PC.
PC rack or
Yeah.
rack. Look at that.
Yeah.
And there we are. We're back at this is your prints from last week. I don't think we saw the dragon though. Nice skull.
Wait, did we see that?
I don't think we saw the
I
skull.
don't think we saw the skull.
Yeah, no. Didn't see the skull.
Yeah.
Oh, there's your.
Yeah. Where I throw them all in there.
Yeah. I don't think we saw this either.
I joked. Yeah, I said me before and after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The visualization.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? A mouse rat?
Looks like it.
Chinchilla. Yeah, mouse rat.
Yeah.
Chinchilla. Close. Not quite, but close enough. Oh, diorama of the graveyard?
Yeah, it looks like it. We did the tour of Paramount there. Did you know it's right next to a graveyard?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not.
There, the tour guide was actually walking through us, and he goes, "Yeah, you walk through there, you might see some directors over there." And he said there's a couple of them out there that know exactly who's everywhere because it's a nice place to just go walk through, and they can tell you everybody who's pretty much there. He just walks through, and
wow.
So there we go. I think we're caught up because we saw.
Yeah, we're definitely caught up. We were there last time.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Oh, more to print this week though.
Sure.
I'm back and getting back into the grind of things. I just gotta get the office cleaned up.
I've got a few to get through. I mean, I've got a backlog. I don't mind slow days on Maker World because like I look at it and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna make? What's gonna be easy enough? What's gonna work? And I got like I said, a pretty damn good array of silver stuff out, and working through this silver spool casually. But I will move on to other colors this week. I promise.
The silver was nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's great. I'm gonna keep playing with it for sure.
Silver. What was that? A Polymaker filament or?
This silver was filament 1. Okay. Yeah, I've had it for ages, like from the beginning. I was like, oh, I still have the silver, and I printed with it. So it's been a big spool, and it's been really, really nice. Certainly, I'm happy with it. Yeah. So you got to let me know about this popping speaker thing. I mean, it is that dock, the Thunderbolt 5 dock. I don't know if it's the bus, because like I said, when I've not had the camera connected or whatever, it's fine, or it still does the same thing even without the camera connected. So it can't be that it's getting overloaded.
Yeah. So what are you using? What's the adapter that you're using?
It's a cable. It's a USB-C to here, hang on. I can get you the exact USB-C to coax. No, not coax. What's the adapter? It's the one with the thing in the middle. The prong. like RCA kind of. Yeah, but
is it optical?
I thought so. But it's not. But the RCA is like. Hang on, let me see. I'm going to search my Amazon order to get you the exact what it was. But like USB-C. Coaxial. Okay, USB-C to coaxial male type C.
Okay.
And it's been fine, and then suddenly it's just not fine. So maybe it is the cable.
I wonder if trying to replace that adapter though. I wonder if the adapter is trying maybe using a different adapter. Maybe it's the adapter.
Yeah, but dude, I guess because like this was like it's a $60. It was a $60 buy.
Yeah.
Like, which is just like, oh my god.
That is.
So yeah, well, actually I wonder.
Send it to me. I'll look at it.
Yeah, I sent you the text.
Okay, and then when I come over to drop off your medallions, we can look at it. And,
it's just like it's just
and see.
Yeah, I don't think I've got out. I don't think there's out. I don't even know if all my whatchamacallits are full up. I know I've got like I think that is there a headphone jack?
Oh yeah.
I think there's a headphone jack, but yeah, there's a headphone jack. That's not quite it. USB, there's a USB-C up front and USB-A's.
So I guess what I would probably try to do first, because the back of the monitor has a USB-C port in it.
Yeah.
I would try plugging it into there and seeing if you are still getting the popping noise. That will then determine
isolate
whether it's the dock or not.
Yeah.
It definitely could be the dock.
Let me see if I have it open. Open port, one USB-C port open in the back, but I don't know if that's gonna.
Yeah, I would try doing that at least and troubleshooting that. Seeing
okay, I guess I can try that. It's not gonna hurt anything.
Yeah, and then let me know, and I'll when I drop the medallions off, we can look at it more.
Yeah, this shouldn't be underpowered. The dock, I don't think is.
No,
not even close.
The dock is a pretty powerful, and CalDigit is a pretty popular.
Decent, yeah. It's not like
not a cheap dock though.
No, it's definitely. Trust me, I didn't cheap out like with this stuff. So it's like when I hear this anomaly, I'm like, well, I'm getting ready when they drop the MacBook 5 Max or whatever. I'm upgrading, but one of the first things I'm doing is upgrading to Sequoia. I'm nuking Tahoe off that thing. I'm not touching Tahoe with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. I don't care. It's just I'm so good in not ever going to Tahoe. Yeah. Like I'm good. I am so okay. Yeah, but you can't use I don't care. And I'm already at the point now where I'm looking at whatever Google releases for their desktop Android, thinking maybe I can make the switch. 99% of what I do is in the web. Not everything. File management and what have you, and slicing. But like, if Apple can't get its act together with whatever the next version of the Mac is going to be out in another, 7 months or however long, I don't know.
Well, I heard, I think one of the leaks came out that the next version of iOS and macOS are going to be refinements.
Well, I don't want refinement. I want them to say, you know what, we screwed up.
Yeah.
Liquid Glass was a horrible, horrible mistake. We can't say we fired the guy, but he left for Meta, So they just it's not even a refinement. They need to scrap it. They need to go back to Sequoia and go, here's what's working, let's refine Sequoia. Because whatever the hell they did, I'm just like, dude, this is a joke.
Yeah. I definitely think we'll see some good improvements over the summer to it. I'm not
going to hold my breath.
I don't think they're going to apologize, but
no.
I think they've done that once in their entire. Well, twice. They
It's
did it with the bumpers. They did it with
so
the
bad.
bumpers.
It is just. But Matt, it is so bad.
Yeah.
Like even John Gruber, aka Daring Fireball, like I would argue was probably one of the biggest Apple apologists ever. Like, and I would say like to the point where like when he stepped out of line and was like slagging Apple around what they did with Siri and AI and everything, I'm like, who is this? Like, what is he finally seeing it? And then he comes out and says, what was the quote? Like, Mac OS Tahoe was a mistake, kind of tantamount to that. I'm just like, and I know Cupertino is listening. If they're not listening to me, but I guarantee they're listening to John.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Guaranteed.
And I think that they see that, and I think we'll see something out of that. I just don't think we're going to see an apology or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't need an apology. What I need is for it not to suck, and I don't just mean look wise, because like, could I deal with it? Maybe. The problem is performance. When I had a MacBook Air. I ordered one to use with the Control Create Live vibe coding events, right? I was like, I need something that's portable that I can get back and forth. I'm like, well, MacBook Air was on sale. Okay, I'll get that. And so I got it. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty light. It's pretty neat, And then after using it briefly, I'm like, even if it was an M4, but an Air, and I'm like, my M1 ran better. Like 4 years old, whatever. This M1 Max that I'm like runs better than an M4 Air, and it's not the specs, right? It's just like on paper it's better, right? It's faster, but it's not. Like there's just certain things that just weren't optimized, or it's an Air. So I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. It would drive me up the wall. I said I'm sending it back, and I'll get the M5 Max when they release it, and then just use the M1 as a knock around, the one to travel with. So what I did though, just to see, is I nuked Tahoe, because I had nothing to lose. It was a new computer. Nuked Tahoe and put Sequoia on it, and it ran better. It was less laggy. Sequoia was less laggy on the same hardware as the latest version 26.2, or whatever, the latest point iteration. It was better demonstrably. Like it's still, Sequoia looks better than Tahoe. I don't think anybody would argue that, except for the liquid glass apologists. And I say apologists because there's nobody on God's green earth that sees liquid glass as a massive, amazing step forward, because it wasn't. I understand what they're trying to do, but also knock it off. So, do all you want to iOS, because I'm not a typical iPhone user. I'm not going to use it. Do all you want. I don't care. But don't screw with my Mac. So, I just buy on the same hardware, seeing Sequoia run that Mac better than Tahoe. Like Chrome on Tahoe is horrendous. Horrendous. That bad. Like it is nasty. And it was just bad. And even on a new class M4, it was horrific. And it was horrific. Chrome was very horrific on Tahoe on my M1 too. I'm like, I'm done. I can't. Sorry, I'm good. Not gonna do this. So I will be using Sequoia up and until I know that the next version of Mac OS is not a crap fest, lag fest. If they didn't just clean things up, but actually looked at performance and brought it back or improved upon it, because other than that, nothing's going to pull me. I don't care what Apple releases a new version of Siri. Who cares? Like if you can't nail performance and design, you've got nothing, Apple. Absolutely nothing. For $1 trillion company, it's inexcusable.
Yeah. I'm dreading the day that I have to upgrade my work computer. For sure.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
It's all managed by the company.
I know.
I don't have a point. When they tell me I got to upgrade to it, I was like...
Yeah, if you can get them to hold out for post-Tahoe world, I think,
I think
it would be better.
Tahoe, though, I think it'll happen before that. but I don't know. I'll have to ask. But
I would not. Oh my god.
my Mac Mini, which I use here, like
Yeah.
I don't have Tahoe on it, so it works out fine. But yeah, so.
Yeah, Tahoe is Apple's Vista, easily. Like you could not convince me otherwise. I've seen it up close and in person. I've used it. I've tried. It's no. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, so I'm getting into tech talk, not makery stuff, but this has got me thinking. I'm like, well, if they ship a Bamboo Slicer for the Google Android desktop, it becomes more and more interesting to me if I'm able to replace a lot of those tool sets wholesale, and not have to be so reliant on the Mac by comparison. But at this point, I'm not. I'm hopeful. I am hopeful Apple gets its act together. But if not, I mean, I may be driven if they don't get their act together. I may be driven away from the Mac entirely. I don't know yet.
I don't think you'll be the only one.
And Windows isn't it, because even they came out recently. Microsoft said, "Yeah, we know we've sucked."
The
And
January update that broke everybody's computer.
Well, it's not just that, but they've come out and said, "We need to clean things up. We know we need to clean things up. We're going to spend this year cleaning things up." Great. That was something we asked for like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So like I don't think Apple's going to capitulate and do the same thing. They're not going to say let's call a mulligan or anything, but they know they have a severe course correction to do in terms of design and software performance. They know they have to. I can't imagine anybody being that freaking blind. I can't. But who knows? They shipped iOS 7. They shipped Liquid Glass. I'm like, someone thought it was good. Okay, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna try to test my speakers through the monitor. Let me see here. I've got, yeah. There we go. Yeah, Mac Studios are killing it for AI. Unified memory is worth it. Well, a lot of people are releasing like small Pico Claw Pico or whatever. Like instead of Claude, or not Claude, sorry, not Moltbot. What's the name of it now? Open Claw. That's huge. There are other ones that work similarly with a smaller footprint. So like you wouldn't have to have something as powerful as a Mac to run it or run something like it. The space is getting interesting, but don't get me going on that. I will go on. I am making 3D prints and apps. That's what I'm making. You want to see what okay, we're going to dovetail this. I'm going to make it make sense. You've seen my arcade before, right?
Yep.
What it looks like and everything. You've been to my online arcade.
Yep.
This is my arcade. Now, I rebooted it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's a little cleaner, still fun, but a lot cleaner. Now there's like a featured app area that if you click it, jumps you into a random app. You can cycle through randomly.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of get an idea. Or, you can go down here.
Categories.
Yeah. Well, so the categories already existed, but this is a little more discoverable now.
Yeah.
So you can sort randomly or by the newest. Wait a minute. That's not right. Oh, those are the tools, toys, games, audio, all. So I'm up to 202 apps. So I'm like, okay, it's time for a refresh. Yeah. And so this is, and then you can press Lucky, and then it launches into a random app.
Nice.
Because with 200 apps, you're going to come across Lucky, and then it launches into a different app.
Oh, yeah. Or
search. So it tells you what's the latest. The sidebar. I feel like, and so I'm making all the time. I'm making all these apps. I've got like already, just having updated yesterday, I've got like 4 new ones in the pike. But what makes this interesting to me, and as it kind of comes together, is like, I wrote this. The internet used to be fun. I'm creating these apps to bring that sense of playfulness back to software. Because the internet used to be fun. It's like, oh man, this is fun. Oh, you can play this game, or you can do this, you can do that. And I'm having fun.
Yeah.
like with everything that I'm doing here, like fun and functional. Like there's some apps that I needed to make. I don't have a lot of like utilities uploaded because they're kind of like use case, like for me, and like no one else is really going to care about this tool. But as I come across it, and it's something that's a utility that I could create. I'm happy to upload it, not necessarily just to have another app, but something to have my spin on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the new, and I basically took the code and said, hey, I want to update it. I want to make it still playful and fun. But I need to update the design and the features and integrate all this stuff, make it a bit more modern and playful. So this is the new arcade page. More
Nice.
more features, cleaner, and hopefully better for discovery.
Yeah.
I'm making, I'm programming, I'm developing.
Yeah. No, it looks good. I like the new one. Not that I didn't like the old one. The old one was
No, the old one was fine. It was just time. I was like, okay, it's getting